Hi there. Today we're going to be talking about the VerifyCalc agent in Ferris episode number 4. So if you look here, VerifyCalc is exactly what it sounds like. It's an extra set of eyes, something else that's going to take a look at your calculations that you'll upload to Ferris in a PDF form or an Excel form, and you'll be able to check mathematical errors, assumptions, variables defined, and it's a really good way that engineers have been uh, adding a layer of redundancy into their calculations and making sure that there's nothing that they might have the blinders on when they're putting together a calculation and they miss. At the end of the day, we are human, and I've seen really good engineers sometimes miss small little details, but the devil is in the details. So here with Ferris and our VerifyCalc agent, we're able to take another look and provide to the user, to the engineer, what might be going wrong, what missteps you might have. So as we jump into VerifyCalc, we'll just launch an agent. We'll go to the VerifyCalc agent. And here, there's no prompting involved. All you have to do is upload your PDF. So if you have it saved in a specific project file, you can jump there. And this example here, I have a wind loading calculation where we're looking at the wind pressures applied to, let's say, a roof structure. And it's going to calculate for us PSF based off of the variables that we've defined in our calculation. And here I have inputs, the wind speed down here for Cat 2 building. We'll use about 170 miles per hour in Miami. I put like 25 in just to see what Ferris would say. So if we press submit, you're going to see that Ferris starts to run your check on your calculation. And again, we're checking for any mathematical calculations that are made, making sure all your math is correct, making sure that your variables are carried out properly throughout your calculation. And depending on the code in which you want to check it against, if it's publicly available and it can be web scraped or pulled off the internet for free, it's not behind a paywall, then Ferris will check for that as well. But if it's behind a paywall, we cannot check for that at the moment. So we are working on a tool where you're able to upload your design references, and we'll check those given design references against the calc that you have. So here it's catching that wind speed for us. And again, it's telling us that the correct wind speed based off the variables we provided is 170 miles per hour, not the 25 that was listed, which is a significant underestimation of what the wind speed should be, which obviously is producing a wrong wind pressure. So as we go through this, Ferris is going to incorporate the correct wind speed into the calculation and this summary that it's providing to the user. And through this, it's going to provide the corrected wind pressure that you should be calculating for. So then it'll go through and it'll give you some tips of factors or variables or coefficients that you might have defined, but you didn't explicitly state where you're getting those variables from or that information from. And that'll just tell the user, hey, you might want to go take a look at this. You might want to address these questions that Ferris has, because if another engineer who's checking your calculation looks at it, they may have the same questions as well. So it provides to you this summary. And engineers have used this on all sorts of calculations. A lot of structural engineers use a lot of hand calculations still, and they'll upload those to Ferris to make sure that their math is correct, make sure that they're going through the equations correctly. Excel templates, Excel spreadsheets as well. I know a lot of companies use standardized templates. Sometimes those get copy and pasted from project to project, and you might forget to fill a cell in, or the cell might not be formulated correctly. All these types of things Ferris will take a look at and check for the user. So again, trying to increase our accuracy, trying to reduce the amount of bandwidth that's needed to produce high quality calculations, and again, improving your QA, QC process. So any sort of mathematical calculations that you have, Ferris will be able to go ahead, give them a look, give them a check, and provide to you this summary, this report of catching these errors. And as anyone who works in this industry understands, it's always easier and more cost effective to catch the mistake as soon as possible. The longer that that mistake gets caught in the design build process, the more costly it becomes to the projects, to the firms working on these projects. So again, always good to put out a high quality calculation, a high quality product, and catch any mistakes before it gets too far away from the engineer that was creating it. So give it a shot. I look forward to seeing how engineers continue to use this agent, and I hope it provides to you a lot of value, provides you peace of mind. So good luck. Good luck with your calculations. Produce high quality calcs. And thank you for listening to Ferris episode number 4.